Hey everyone, welcome to an exciting journey through the hidden gems of Tanzania. Off the coast of Tanzania lies a world waiting to be discovered. In the beautiful blue Indian Ocean, where the waves dance and shimmer, are two islands with a really cool history that dates back centuries. These islands, Kilwa Kisiwani and Songo Mnara, are not just any islands. They have the ruins of old Swahili cities which were once bustling with life and activity. These ruins tell stories of a rich past, busy trade routes that connected different parts of the world, and a unique culture made from a mix of African, Arabic, and even Persian influences. Now, these UNESCO World Heritage Sites give us a peek into an important part of East African history, preserving the legacy of a bygone era. They show how clever, strong, and innovative the Swahili people were in their architectural designs and city planning. The Swahili people were culturally brilliant, creating a vibrant society that thrived on trade and cultural exchange. These islands, though quiet now, echo with the whispers of their glorious past. They were once busy centers of trade and culture, bustling with merchants and travelers from distant lands. They were super important in shaping East Africa's coast, influencing trade and cultural practices. Their story is one of global connections, amazing buildings that stood the test of time, and the lasting legacy of a civilization that continues to inspire and educate us today. The story of Kilwa Kisiwani starts way back in the 9th century. This island, located off the coast of present-day Tanzania, was destined to become one of the most significant trading hubs in the Indian Ocean. That's when a busy trading post popped up on the island. Merchants from various regions began to converge here, bringing with them goods, ideas, and cultures. Its great spot on the Indian Ocean trade routes quickly made it a major port city. The strategic location allowed it to control the maritime trade routes that connected Africa with the Middle East, India, and even China. Kilwa Kisiwani became a central spot for trading goods between Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. Items like gold, ivory, and iron from Africa were exchanged for textiles, spices, and ceramics from Asia and the Middle East. As Kilwa Kisiwani got richer, it became the center of the Kilwa Sultanate. The wealth generated from trade allowed the city to flourish, leading to the construction of grand buildings and the establishment of a powerful ruling dynasty. This powerful kingdom ruled a big chunk of the East African coast. The influence of the Kilwa Sultanate extended far beyond its borders, impacting the political and economic landscape of the region. Songo Mnara, a smaller island close by, also became important in the 14th century. It served as a complementary trading hub, enhancing the region's economic strength. It thrived as a key trading partner with the Kilwa Sultanate. The two islands worked in tandem, creating a robust network that facilitated the exchange of goods and culture. Both cities were vital in the Indian Ocean trade network. Their strategic locations and thriving markets made them indispensable to traders from across the world. They connected Africa with faraway lands and different cultures. The legacy of Kilwa Kisiwani and Songo Mnara is a testament to the rich history of trade and cultural exchange in the Indian Ocean region. The buildings left over at Kilwa Kisiwani and Songo Mnara show how skilled Swahili builders were. These ancient ruins are a testament to the architectural prowess and ingenuity of the Swahili civilization, which thrived along the East African coast for centuries. Made mostly of coral stone, these structures have lasted a long time, giving us a look into how grand things were. The use of coral stone not only provided durability, but also added a unique aesthetic quality to the buildings, making them stand out in the annals of architectural history. The Great Mosque of Kilwa Kisiwani, built in the 10th century, is one of the oldest mosques on the East African coast. This mosque is a remarkable example of early Islamic architecture in Africa, showcasing the spread of Islam and its cultural influence in the region. Its huge size and detailed designs show how important Islam was to Swahili society. The intricate carvings and expansive arches reflect the artistic and spiritual dedication of the people who built it, making it a focal point of religious and community life. Another amazing building is the Palace of Husuni Kubwa, also on Kilwa Kisiwani. This palace was not just a residence but a symbol of the Sultanate's grandeur and its strategic importance in regional trade networks. This grand palace, with its fancy courtyards, pools, and meeting rooms, shows how wealthy and powerful the Kilwa Sultanate was. The luxurious amenities and sophisticated design elements highlight the advanced state of Swahili architecture and the opulence enjoyed by the ruling class. Songo Mnara's buildings are just as impressive. The site offers a glimpse into the daily lives of its inhabitants, with well-preserved structures that speak volumes about their social and economic organization. The site has the remains of many mosques, houses, and public buildings. These buildings were central to the community, serving as places of worship, residence, and public gatherings, reflecting the multifaceted nature of Swahili urban life. These structures have intricate carvings and decorations. The detailed artwork found on the walls and pillars showcases the high level of craftsmanship and the cultural influences that shaped Swahili art and architecture. They show a cool mix of African, Arabic, and Persian architecture. This blend of styles is a testament to the diverse cultural exchanges that took place in the region, making Swahili architecture a unique and fascinating subject of study. Kilwa Kisiwani and Songo Mnara weren't just trading posts. They were lively centers of global trade. Their harbors were full of dhows, traditional sailboats, loaded with goods from faraway places. Gold, mined in Africa, went through these ports to markets in the Middle East and beyond. Ivory from African elephants was another popular item. Spices like cloves and cinnamon came from Indonesia, making the air smell amazing. Porcelain, a valuable item, was brought from China, showing how far the Swahili traders traveled. This trade made the cities very rich and helped different cultures mix and share ideas. The Swahili Coast, especially Kilwa Kisiwani and Songo Mnara, was a mix of many cultures. African, Arab, Persian, and Asian influences created a distinct Swahili identity. You can see this mix in everything about Swahili culture, from the language, a mix of Bantu and Arabic, to the food, a tasty mix of African flavors and Asian spices. Islam, becoming the main religion, also shaped the culture. Mosques became centers for religion and social life, and Islamic values mixed with traditional African beliefs. This mix of cultures made the Swahili Coast a unique and important place, a bridge between Africa and the rest of the world. Even though they were once so grand, Kilwa Kisiwani and Songo Mnara faced many problems over the years. The Kilwa Sultanate weakened in the 16th century, and then Portuguese colonizers arrived. This was a big change. The Portuguese wanted to control the trade routes, so they built forts and took over. Many Swahili cities, including Kilwa Kisiwani, were damaged and robbed. Slowly, people left the once busy cities, and the great buildings were left alone. Wind, rain, and plants damaged the structures. Also, uncontrolled building and looting became big threats to the ruins. Because Kilwa Kisiwani and Songo Mnara are so important, UNESCO made them World Heritage Sites in 1981. This showed how important it is to protect these special places. Lately, people have worked hard to save and fix these historical sites. International groups and the Tanzanian government have started projects to strengthen the ruins and protect them. They've fixed important buildings like the Palace of Husuni Kubwa and parts of the city walls. They've also worked on managing the sites better, recording information about the ruins and teaching people about their history. Today, Kilwa Kisiwani and Songo Mnara remind us of a glorious past. Visitors can walk through the ruins and see how skilled the Swahili builders were. The old walls, tall pillars, and detailed carvings tell stories of long ago. They connect us to the people who lived, traded, and worshipped in these lively cities. You can get to Kilwa Kisiwani by boat from Kilwa Masoko, a trip that takes you past mangrove forests and bright blue water. Songo Mnara, a short boat ride from Kilwa Kisiwani, is quieter. Exploring these ruins feels like going back in time. It lets us connect with a history that is both global and uniquely East African. The ruins of Kilwa Kisiwani and Songo Mnara aren't just old leftovers. They show how connected our world is. They remind us of the power of trade, cultural exchange, and human creativity. Protecting these sites isn't just about saving old buildings, it's about saving an important part of human history. When we see how beautiful and grand these ruins are, let's remember that we need to protect them. By supporting conservation, being responsible tourists, and teaching others about these places, we can make sure future generations can experience their magic. Let's work together to make sure Kilwa Kisiwani and Songo Mnara continue to amaze people for many years to come.